So let's get started. So distinguished guests, distinguished HoloBase users, and all the friends, I'm happy to welcome your participation in HoloBase online event. I'm Linda from HoloBase team. Welcome. This is HoloBase end of year party themed looking back at 2020 and forward to 2021. We have prepared a summary presentation which includes all of our past 6 events, and we have also invited some friends to share your 2020 summary with us. I'm looking forward to hearing from you, so let's get started then. So first, allow me to briefly explain the meeting agenda. For the next 10 to 15 minutes, I'm going to review the series of events that HoloBase hosted since April, and then I will open the floor and invite HoloBase members who sign up for the sharing session to join the conversation with us. So let's get started. From Thanksgiving, we started a linking group challenge called 2020 Summary Challenge. Some of you have participated in it. So first of all, thank you so much for your support. From this online challenge, we extended it and held this online end of year party. Thanks again for your support and participation. So out of the 6 events we held this year, 2 of them we worked with 2 famous Chinese venture capitals, Grandview Capital and ATM Capital. We invited Richard Xu, the US representative of Grandview Capital, to talk about the changes on awareness, trends, and opportunities in the post-pandemic era. He believes that the crisis presents an opportunity for those companies to leapfrog many economic activities. Specifically, he said the healthcare, education, retail, agriculture, the logistics sectors will see a new wave of digitalization, and local startups and tech companies will be well positioned to participate in the reinvention of these industries. And Jonathan Zhong, the founding partner of ATM Capital, shared his views with the current situation and changes in venture capital in Southeast Asia after the pandemic. In terms of long-term impact, the sectors that have benefited from this crisis, he believes, include e-commerce, live streaming, fresh food e-commerce, online education, online office, online healthcare service, logistic automation, and for adversely affected business, it may take 2 to 3 years to recover, such as tourism and hospitality industry. But he believes that Southeast Asia is still the world's most compelling digital investment destination after China and India. And in October, we collaborated with Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation to present a webinar to discuss the new opportunities in Malaysia's digital economy. Kairos Capital, Sushivid, and Skingrun also participated in. Mr. Siva, Head of Business Development, Investment, and Industry Development of MDEC, expressed his confidence that Malaysia is poised to be a digital-first economy. So besides, we also hosted 3 webinars, inviting HoloBase members as guests. In April, we talked about telecommuting. Both advantages and disadvantages were mentioned. I believe Mr. Motley, one of our guest speakers from the first webinar, shared his material in our linking group. And in August, we talked about how startups would survive against the backdrop of the economic slowdown. Mr. Gao and Mr. Wen Takao shared their thoughts with us. And in September, we talked about how technology will assist education development. Mr. Oza and Mr. Yukaha gave us insightful presentations separately. So thanks to your support and participation, HoloBase has been able to host so many successful webinars, bring insightful views to our users, and strengthening the bonds within the HoloBase community. Within the HoloBase community. In the new year, HoloBase would like to work together with our users to explore more possibilities and build a global business communication platform. So today we invited some active users from our linking group, Startup Boosting Camp. Some of you are willing to share your experiences and insights on 2020. And prior to the meeting, I listed some questions that you can talk about, like how did COVID-19 affect your life or work? What difference has this impact made to you? Is there anything that stands out for you in 2020? And what opportunities do you find in the midst of the adversity? And what are your expectations and plans for 2021? So I'll stop sharing. And anyone wants to share first? What about Vox? I will unmute you.
Hello, ni hao.
Hello. Hello.
Okay, so ni hao, everyone. Yeah. So, siya Tatsia. So, what's the first question? The first
How
question.
did COVID-19 affect your life or work?
Okay, so COVID-19, actually, guys, this year, before this year, a year ago, I was planning to like leave my job because I don't want to be a corporate slave anymore. I don't want to like work for someone. I want to start my own business. So with that, I decided to utilize what I know. So that's the effect of COVID-19 to me. First was I was sad, like, oh no, what's happening? I lost everything. Then I didn't know that it was actually an answered prayer. It was actually it's a blessing in disguise because I didn't want to work for someone anymore. So it gave me an opportunity to grow as an individual and also to use what I know. What's the second question? Or is it you're gonna go in rounds?
Okay. What difference has this impact made to you? Like,
The difference that this impact made to me is that I became more mature. Oh, the questions are here from
yeah.
Amal. Yes, yeah, ni. Um, okay, so what's the difference this has this impact made to you? The difference is that, it made me more mature as an individual. It made me more resourceful because before I didn't know that I can do a lot, with the knowledge that I have from college, which is last year. Yeah. So yeah. And then also, is there anything that stands out to you for you in 2019? 2019.
2020, 2020,
Uh,
it's a
uh,
typo.
my, may
2020.
putsi. May putsi. Okay. So, is there anything that stands out for you in 2020? For me, the thing that stands out for me is that how people supports local businesses here in the Philippines and how they support the startup companies, especially among us content creators. Number four, what opportunities do you
Do you have
find
any
amidst?
like examples for that? How the government
Oh,
supports?
okay. So, like, as a content creator here in the Philippines, like, we're one of what you call the KOL. So here in the Philippines, me and my friends, we do support brands without being paid. So that's one thing. And then we also had the client from Shenzhen. So the budget is only each pa. Yeah, yeah, 1,500. So that's the budget that was allocated per influencer, and many influencers still agreed to post for that app. So the client was very happy. So even though the client is not big, if they're starting here in the Philippines, they were happy to help, many help. Yeah. And then, okay, last, number four. Oh, there are two more. Number four, what
Yeah.
opportunities do you find amidst the adversity? So, the opportunities that I can see here is that I have more time at home. um since I have more time at home, I have more time to develop this business, find more connections, build the prospects, and generate more leads for my business. That's number one. Number
Yeah.
two is to learn more. I'm actually able to learn more from doing the business and even reviewing some languages. Like, I went to a Chinese school, but I'm not really good in Chinese, but I'm trying. I'm also
Yeah, I
relearning
can
French
see
because
that.
yeah, because I know Fujian, which is a language in Fujian.
Oh,
Yeah, Fujian is the common language here, not
you know how to
really
speak it
Mandarin.
or?
我会一点点福建的话，
Oh,
呃，
okay, I
因
see.
为我的外公和外妈是福
Oh,
建的，yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so and my Chinese not that good, but I know basic. And same with French. So I'm reviewing two languages at the same time because I know them, but I don't fully know them. It's like, yeah. And it's like if you don't speak English for a very long time and then you're gonna review it. It's like that. So
Yeah,
expectations and plans for 2021 is to grow more. And actually I aim to have more clients abroad, especially from Shenzhen or from Beijing, because I do enjoy having clients from especially from China because are more they are more their aim is really high, and then we get challenged and then we really work hard. It pushes us to work hard. And another plans that I have is to fully be more, to converse with you in your language in Mandarin, and to other people here to converse with other people in straight French
yeah,
probably. And expectations would be, yeah, to grow my business not just nationwide but also internationally. Hope to
yeah.
hear from others as well. Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see you started a business
At
on
Yahoo.
LinkedIn. I saw that on LinkedIn. So how's it
Yeah.
like? You're
Uh,
tutoring others to,
yeah.
yeah, I see that.
Yeah. For sure, lao sure. Yeah. What's happening is that my advocacy is to help startup companies grow online. So with that, I told myself maybe I can tutor some people on how to become a content creator, because I'm not gonna waste my experience of, I have like the followers, I know how to create content. So I said to myself, why not teach, help people. So in such a way, I tutor, or I kind of educate people on how to create their own social media platform and how to be a content creator in their own local market. Because some people or some of the students that you saw are actually not from Metro Manila. I'm from Metro Manila, Watai Manila, Insai
Yeah,
Cebu. Yeah. So Taman Sai Cebu. So some are from Cebu, which is a southern city in the Philippines. So it's a different culture. They speak a different language. So
yeah,
but they speak English and they speak Tagalog still. But then they have a different culture. So I taught them to love their own language, to use it, and also to build that content that would actually catch the local market. So
yeah,
we're really happy to see that they're happy because they learned a lot, they gained more followers, and they also generate sales as well for their platform. Yeah,
yeah. Thanks for sharing. I hope you succeed in your new business. So what
yeah,
about Mr. Inton? I'll unmute you.
yeah,
Hi,
Please join
hi,
us.
Romina. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm
I'm
good. I'm
fine,
good. How's
thanks.
everyone?
Yeah, you want to share?
Yeah, sure, sure. Thanks for that, and I think thanks, Box, for sharing. I think it's very interesting as well. On our
Yes,
end, I guess I did share a bit in the other presentation that I did here was that I think
yes,
COVID-19 kind of have shifted a lot of what we are doing previously as a marketing agency. So as we are more involved in marketing technology, we start to use our technology in helping people. And in midst of
yes,
that, we actually found new opportunities to develop our technology in AI, for example. We are using AI to actually for the OH homes. How do we develop the contactless lead? And actually, just an update to all of you guys. Actually, we have came up with the final hardware working with Hitachi elevators, so it's quite exciting. So it's on trials right now. So I think a lot of this actually have helped us on pivoting our technology on other businesses and actually generating also a lot of other leads in the same aspect as well. We are doing a lot on e-commerce automation as well right now, and
Yeah.
hence we are also helping a lot to connect SMEs between Singapore and China. So I think it's kind of interesting for us as a company. We have grown quite a fair bit, I guess, in that sense, in terms of size and also mentality.
Yeah.
In terms of what it stands out, what do you think? How do you think? What did it stand out for you, Linda? Getting to know you in 2019, getting to know
You,
HoloBase better.
this is actually the first year that I work because I just graduated my from CUHK this year. Yeah, this is my first job, and I'm so happy that I meet you guys on this platform, and I enjoy so much communicating with you all. So I think that's one thing that stands out for me in 2020.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think that's kind of for me. I think yeah, I think getting to know HoloBase as a platform to be involved in most of its events. I try to attend as much. I think it's been quite fruitful. I do share a lot of HoloBase content as well with our
Yeah, I
community.
see.
Yeah. We are not
Yes.
very talented content creators here, but we try to share things that are relevant for our market. I think we share a bit of like trying to promote the technology and the culture from Asia on the whole. And I think China
Yes.
is a leader in that. I think that's something that I'm passionate about. I think I talk about the opportunities, and I think for 2021, I guess for ourselves is still continue to strive on. I think make use of the opportunities, the relationships, or the kind of support that we have been getting from both clients and from government and from the community. And yeah, a lot is quite exciting. We launched our new product with Jingdong last
Oh,
month.
that's
Yeah.
impressive.
So yes, thanks. So it'll be quite exciting in terms of the e-commerce automation we are doing. The other part
Yeah.
of the exciting part is really to build on the connecting the China SMEs as well as the Asia SMEs in terms of marketing, e-commerce,
Yeah.
cross-border commerce. So those are kind of things that will be in the pipeline. So it'll be quite exciting, I guess. Thank you.
Yeah. I you talked so much about e-commerce. So what's new? You want to share something about the
Oh yeah. I think
e-commerce?
I could share a bit, and this is actually a quite a trend-setting kind of technology. The part that we are working with Jingdong is that we are able to leverage on the intent data, which means that we will be able to further better understand customer purchasing behavior on Jingdong and leverage on that kind of data to do marketing to and follow up with target audiences of customers of our clients. So just for instance, a simple analogy. I'm working for Coca-Cola. I'll be able to market or to match buyers of Pepsi on Jingdong and actually try to market to them more about what our product does, what are the new promotions and stuff like that. So those are kind of things
Oh,
that we have worked with Jingdong to connect the data and make it more relevant, enhancing the entire customer journey by understanding what they are doing better. So of course, that is just a competitive analogy. We could be actually working in, for example, vivid Chinese travelers. Right now, without the traveling, we're actually helping a lot of countries right now, for example, in Asia in Singapore specifically, to market tourist products that they use to sell to tourists, bringing back to customers in Jingdong by understanding their purchasing behavior or have they actually traveled, before buying tickets on Jingdong, etc., to market those products to them. So those are kind of things that we are doing quite interestingly. Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you familiar with Linda or Irma? Are you familiar with Orchard Road in Singapore?
No.
We have we have this shopping street. Okay, I'm like the need to promote Singapore a little bit. We have this very
Okay.
famous shopping street. So it's like the Champs Elysees in Paris, or you talk about Bond Street in London. So we
Yeah.
have Orchard Road in Singapore, which is very popular during Christmas. So we're
So,
actually working with Orchard Road to bring all their malls online into Jingdong by next year.
oh, I see.
Yeah. So it's a
Well,
shopping
I
street
hope I can
concept.
see something online. Maybe I
Yeah.
can see that
Hopefully,
offline. You can
hopefully
share
we'll
it.
be able to bring that physical experience onto the virtual experience. That's something that we are still learning, and I'm definitely keen to work with anybody that probably will be able to bring us better insight. Because I think the bridge between physical and virtual is still quite a big gap.
Yeah.
Even doing events like ourselves right now, it's still quite different than meeting physically. For example, if we were to go to Shenzhen, or we have Linda and her team in Singapore or in our area. It's still kind of different, but how do we bring that experience online? I think that's something that we are all still learning.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Sounds
Thanks
good.
for
Sounds good.
sharing.
Thanks, Linda.
Thanks so much for sharing. So what about Ashley? I will unmute you. Are you there? Hi.
Hi, Linda. How are you?
We finally have a lady in the room.
Yes, it's very
How
good
are
to
you?
see you, and very nice discussion going on. Everybody sharing their experiences.
Yes.
Well, as for myself, I work in the telecom industry. I'm an electrical and electronics engineer, but I work as a senior manager actually for many years now. I worked at Nortel for about 10 years, and I was actually the Huawei R&D project office director in Turkey for a while. But this year I worked as a remote consultant. Majority of us have been working remotely, you know. I've been providing consultancy to telecom operators globally, especially in these hard times in 2020, about new fields of investment, potential areas of innovation, etc. That's my field. But apart from that, the lighting is too much, I think, here. Okay. But apart from that, I mentioned to you a little bit in our personal communication. I've been working on a personal research, a scientific research on astrophysics field actually right now. That's very different. But it has allowed me to be productive in this year when we are shut down almost.
Yeah.
Actually. So I think I took the best out of it.
Yeah. I saw you wrote a book.
Yes, I published a book on it on Amazon. The reason actually it's a scientific work, but I have published in my book the detailed analysis for the scientific proof. But I'm also in the process of publishing the most significant results in a scientific journal. Well, I would be very much happy to share this with some news in China as well, and in Southeast Asia. And it would be wonderful if HoloBase would, connect me, or, HoloBase is more concentrated on business. This is not business. This is not business related, but I think this discovery is worth sharing with the general public. So it could be like, not scientific, but it could be like a news article sharing the main highlights, understandably in general language, because it is interesting. The results are really interesting. And I would be happy if you could help me connect with some news channels to write an article like that.
Oh, okay. Actually, I can talk with our parent company, Geek Park. It's a Chinese tech media. They are actually interested in scientific funding. So
wonderful.
I talk to you more in private maybe about your work.
Sure, we can message too. I can send you more, like, I don't know if you use WhatsApp or
I can add you on WhatsApp
or Weibo as well.
Yeah, we have WhatsApp group.
We have WhatsApp group. We can discuss on WhatsApp personally as well. That would be wonderful.
Yes. So you want to share these questions maybe?
Questions?
No, you already shared some of them in your introductions maybe, and we listed some questions that you can talk about, like how did COVID-19 affect your life or work? You said you have more time to do the scientific research.
Yes, I worked as a remote consultant from home. So working from home allowed me to concentrate more on my personal scientific research. That's how COVID-19 impacted me. But, actually, I think we are all psychologically affected as well because of this, shutdown issue. not all of us are working from home maybe, but psychologically everyone is with a feeling of being shut down in a bubble actually, because we have to limit ourselves. So it's a new way of living, and it impacts everything from interpersonal behavior to inter-countries relations. One thing it has hurt, maybe it is a bit more peaceful. Like there are no wars, less, let's say, but it is a huge catastrophe. I think maybe with the vaccines, we can get over this period as the world altogether.
Yes, I hope so. So, is there anything that stands out for you in 2020? I know it's your book, right?
Sorry, I couldn't get the question.
Is there anything that stands out for you in 2020? I know you published a new book, so that must be one thing.
Well, apart from my personal, encounter, actually, from what I observe in the world about like new, what COVID has brought, as we all experience, as a new field of investment, more people have realized the power and the need for the telecom and like information and communication technologies.
Yeah.
More people, and that's independent from level of education. Like I've been working in the telecom industry for many years, and I've been developing these technologies actually myself, and leading the projects of these technologies like video conferencing. It was first with fixed mobile networks, now it's with hybrid networks, and there are new technologies developing with AI, etc. But I think for the world, technology-wise and investment-wise, everybody has realized the power of communication technologies, in my view, and more companies, even startups, will invest in that, in my opinion.
Yes. So
the highlight.
Yeah. So what are your expectations and maybe plans for 2021 for the next year?
Well, I will most probably, starting with the second half, I will probably work on HoloBase if, the vaccination is successful around the globe, because I will possibly take on a role responsible for the Africa region at Ericsson, and developing technology is what will be my focus, and so it has been my life all along.
Yes, I see. So you can maybe send me more material on WhatsApp, maybe, so I can talk with other maybe journalists about this.
Okay, thank you very much, and it's very nice meeting you in person, although virtually, and also thanks to the other participants. It's very nice, meeting with people with different experiences and different industries from time to time to have different perspectives.
Yes. So I see.
And wishing everyone a happy new year, and I hope 2021 will be much exponentially better than 2020, hopefully.
Yes, I hope so. So I see Satish, you want to share?
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. Hello. Hi, sir.
Hey, you guys are able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, perfect. Thank you for coordinating this session. Like Ashley said, it is really interesting to see, different people of different skills from different nationality. You grow up with something in particular in mind, but then when an event like HoloBase happens, you tend to hear different stories, and it changes your mind, especially what Boggs Wong said. It was really interesting to me, because it's kind of similar to the experience which I faced. So hello everybody.
So You wanna share how did COVID-19 affect your life or work?
Yeah, so my story is a bit similar to Box. I was happily leading an enterprise life where you go to work at 7 o'clock and finish your work at 3:30 and get handful of salary. And I was there for like 15 years. And somehow I felt that I should get into the startup world. And during the climax of my work with my previous enterprise, I started a startup. And when I thought that I should spend full effort on the startup, I resigned from my enterprise world and came into the startup. And then suddenly COVID came, and my first startup was primarily a ride hailing service for only women and kids. Uber is there for everybody, and in this region there is Kareem for everybody. But we wanted to create a niche product for women and kids, especially those who are commuting to school, who don't want to take the public bus and things like that. And we were doing really good from 2018 to 2019 to 2020 beginning. And then COVID came and all the schools got closed, finished we had to put our business on hold. So it had a major impact. I mean, COVID definitely had a major impact in my personal life as well, the work. And with respect to what difference has this impact made to you, to be honest, it has made me more rugged, more thick-skinned, and kind of the whole 2020 got shattered. The whole business world got shattered by COVID. So nothing is safe. No business is purely safe in this COVID time is the lesson which I learned, especially the brick and mortar business and business which are contact based. So that is one impact which it has definitely created, and that kind of motivated me to focus on other business which is contactless business, where you don't touch your customer, meet your customer physically face to face. And definitely that's a huge impact in the thought process, at least while you design your the application. And is there something which stands out for me in 2020? Yeah, there are several things which stands out, especially the way, take HoloBase for example. If COVID had not happened, I doubt if we could have had this kind of an opportunity. The whole world, especially professionals, they didn't stop networking. They just changed their way of networking. And I know now so many people, I just connected to Ianton, I connected to Box, I connected to Asli. This kind of opportunity, this kind of impact, this is something which stands out. All this pandemic, it takes you to the next level. It gives you some, new opportunities. So, and what opportunity do you find in midst of this adversities? I see people are now struggling to make money. There are enterprise folks who continue to do their day job, and there are few pop and mom shops who continue to do their business. But there are a major sector of people who have skills, and they don't know how to. They used to capitalize that skill by going to work and getting monthly salary. But now I have started. I see that as an opportunity, and I'm building a platform for content creators, who want to monetize their content and run a business digitally and run a business globally. That's the huge opportunity which I have seen. I'm just in minimum viable product stage. Hopefully by January 2021 it will be available to most of you. And what's your expectation and plans for 2021? To be very honest, now I don't have any plans. We had done several plans in 2019, and
Yeah.
the complete plans got shattered. And I was so naive, and I still remember December 31st, 2019. I just landed from US, I used to go to US very frequently, and I landed from US, and it was a ritual for us to set up New Year resolutions. So I kept
Yes.
several resolutions, and then this COVID happened, and everything got shattered. So to be honest, I don't have any expectations and plans for 2021. What I want to do is I have learned a lot from 2020. Both personally and also I had gone to school. I studied in UC Berkeley during this last 1 year. I've studied blockchain, data science, and how to be an effective CTO. So I have started CTO as service and things like that. So I have learned a lot. I will see, how to implement all these things in my platform which I'm building, and how to grow this platform. I am not sure if something will come and disrupt an online platform, so that's my only hope. And I hope that, things go smooth in the online world. Many of us have come to online now, so several people have come to online, and several people are ready to do business online. To be honest, when I was in enterprise, all the big enterprises from 2015 or 2016 to 2019, they were trying to run a digital disruption program, digital transformation program. It was extremely slow. All the big enterprises, they took a lot of time to transform themselves digitally. But
Yeah.
this 2020 COVID came, and in a moment, everybody got disrupted, digitally, and everybody has started giving the
Yes.
solution. So it's a
Yeah, we're
forced.
forced to change.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the experience from my side. I hope to collaborate with you all, and I hope to see how we can work together to increase our knowledge, experience, and whatever business we do.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. So what about Mr. Al Sakari? I see you in the room. You want to share? I don't know if he's online now, or or what about Mr. Wang? I unmute you.
Hello.
Hello,
Yeah.
how are you?
Hi,
Hello.
hi, hi.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, everybody.
We have same surname, so
Yeah, sorry, Box.
Yeah, yeah. No problem, no problem. Box, you're asking me or
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Jen already, right? Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, just a little bit of background. I actually, I think I'm one of the older people here. I'm almost 60 years old. Okay, I started my business about 20 years ago. I worked for 20 years, and I started my business for 20 years. But every year we try to do something different. Whether it's the same company or we set up new companies. Okay, so and we always been in the IT business. Okay, so in IT business in Malaysia.
Sorry, we
Okay,
can't hear you
my base is in
clearly.
Malaysia. Sorry,
I
my
think
base
maybe
is
it's
in
the
Malaysia.
microphone. Oh, okay.
Okay, is it
Yeah.
better now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, sorry. All right. So my base is in Malaysia. Okay, but I travel a lot the last 6, 7, 8 years to expand my business in ASEAN. Okay. Of course, I think we go a lot, but not so much for business. Used to go shopping in Singapore in Orchard Road, like what John said. But it's too expensive now because the Sing dollar is very strong. Okay. So I go to every year I would choose 1 or 2 countries that I want to explore. I have been to Philippines. In fact, I have a branch in the Philippines. Okay, in Makati, we have and but other countries, but mainly in ASEAN. Okay, in ASEAN. But of course, personally
What about
traveling,
China?
I go everywhere. Okay.
What about China? Have you ever?
Uh, uh, yeah,
Connection.
yeah. Okay. I didn't. Mother tongue is Cantonese. Because my
Oh, your mother tongue
from
is Chinese.
Guangdong.
Okay, I see.
We Guangdong okay, I think Cantonese actually. So this is affected for me especially because I travel a lot. So COVID-19, fortunately in January, I went to the US after about 15 years or 16 years, actually it's more, almost 20 years I didn't go US. Okay, so in January we went US, and after that we spent about 3 weeks, my family and I. After that, the whole year I cannot travel. So really affected by that, no traveling. Okay, and but fortunately our business continue even with COVID-19. In fact, 2020 is a better year than 2019. Okay? Even in spite of COVID-19, because we have built some some new projects, especially in Myanmar this year. Okay? My last trip in Myanmar was in February, but because of all the contacts and my partners there, they managed to bring in quite a good business. Okay. Okay. What's the next question? What's the difference? What difference has this impact made to? Oh, I think I have a very comfortable home actually in Malaysia, but I hardly spend time in the home. Okay, because we are always out and working in So COVID-19 really made me appreciate my own home, okay, my own country, my wife's cooking, and those kind of things. Okay, is there anything that stands out for you? 2020. If you notice, I have a company called Orange
Orange
Fin.
fin.
Orange Fin is actually a robotic company that we started. Orange Fin Asia is a robotic company that we set up 2018. 2020, again, in spite of the grow this business this year. Okay, but of course only in Malaysia because we can't travel. Okay, so that is something that good. Okay. So what are the opportunities? I think the guys, I joined the MDEC. We are part of MDEC
Oh,
for about 15 years. The Malaysian Digital Economy Corporation. Okay, when I first started, we were what you call registered with them. We had no funding from them. We had no opportunity, nobody that will help us. So we grow ourselves. So and then I think in about 5 years ago, they started contacting us to ask us to contribute. Of course, my first reaction is, we need to help those newer companies because the existing, no, we suffered because we didn't have the support or the funding and all. So now MDEC has been very supportive, and I participated in most of their programs, which is HoloBase, especially it's HoloBase, and I noticed there are so many people in that group. Okay, but a lot of Africans
yes.
from Nigerian. Okay,
Yes.
Nigeria, uh, and the group, hope, but I have not explored Africa, so I hope by in next year I would be able to explore Africa, both for business and also in terms of traveling. I have been to South America, I've been to North America, almost travel almost every continent already, except the Antarctica and Arctic. Okay. But
Yeah,
Africa
thanks.
is a place that I have gone. So so hopefully next year we want to explore the African market. Okay.
Yeah, actually, there
Those
are
are the things that
members
we're doing.
from Africa signing up for this event, but they didn't come. I guess it's because of the time difference.
I think it's the time zone difference.
Yes,
Time
such a pity.
zone, yeah.
Yeah, I
Time
want to
zone.
hear from them also. So we have,
We need to adapt to their time zone.
yeah,
Okay.
we'll better our job. Sorry. So I think everyone have shared. Uh, So for the last session, and I think it's about time, we want to talk about our group. I think everyone joined our linking group, right? Startup Boosting Camp. It's actually an experiment that we did in order to
Yes.
create a more global business community. And I know there are still many problems. So we want to know how you guys feel about this group and what can we do to make it better, and as a community what are the elements that will attract you to stay as well as produce content. Maybe anyone wants to give us some advice on this? What about Box? I think you are rather
Okay.
active on it.
So yeah. So basically, for me, like I like the group. I like seeing other people, learning about other cultures as well, and
Yeah,
it's really fun to see like, wow. So that's how, because me and Lucas, I
yeah,
think is also part of the group. I've learned a lot about Argentina in just an hour of communicating with him, even though he is located all the way out, on the other side of the world. It was
yeah.
really fun to know and to learn more about what he do. And the
So
fun thing is,
what did you guys talk last time? I'm very
well,
curious.
we talked about one about what happened to me because he found out that I'm one of those hundreds and millions of people who lost their jobs about something about him that he wants to start his business, but he has a full-time job. And
Oh,
I inspired him. I didn't know that because he told me that he wants to start on his own. He wants to start his own business. And so we interchange ideas, we interchange inspiration. And at the same time, I have two prospect clients from him. So in such a way, it's a gain-gain because I push him and I motivated him, and then he gives me clients, for my startup social media agency. So in such a way, we're helping each other globally. He connected me with someone from Hong Kong or Siang Kang, and then he also connected his aunt. His aunt wants to start a business here in the Philippines, so that's a good thing because you don't know what's next, right? We're
yeah,
all interconnected right now. Right now, we're talking from different parts of Asia, I believe, and
yeah.
also some. I'm not sure if it's in South America. So what I like about it is that we're being interconnected, and especially the yellow page. By the way, there's a little problem with the yellow page. Some of the
Oh,
emails are rebuffing or it's
oh,
going back. I
oh, okay,
messaged email
okay,
about it. So yeah. So that's the thing. That's one of the problems that I saw is that there are some email in the yellow page that bounce back, and the
okay.
second concern that I have is that is for the people in those yellow page, can they speak English? Because since they are in China, will they understand our language?
Yes,
And
of course.
maybe another thing that we can do is that we can have a session like this so that maybe we can connect with other people as well so that we understand because in the group it's a bit awkward like oh my gosh if I'm going to talk to this person maybe this person is gonna think like oh who's this person again, so maybe it's best if we have this kind of group session and we can
Oh,
interconnect with other people. Like me, I offer digital services, but then my digital services is not just limited to the Philippines. I have China, US. So yeah, we can work together. So
mm,
maybe we could have a group session like this and engage with other people and also connect with them because one way or the other, this is the future. This is
Yeah.
how we will be interconnecting. We will be meeting people from around the globe, around this planet, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and maybe you
Yeah.
can
Well.
also have like a flashcard, like what's a Chinese term for business or a Chinese term for a specific word, so that it's gonna entice people to like, okay, this is HoloBase and we are from China. Yes, we have different clients, so you can have like underneath the ping in, you can add English, Spanish, and a French word, so that
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
yeah, that could be engaging.
Yes. Thanks
Mhm.
for the advice. Thank you so much. And
Yeah.
I love your. What about Mr. Tan? What about Yin?
Oh, I must admit that I'm
You
not that
didn't
active.
you didn't
Yeah,
post anything
not
in our
yet because
group.
it's yeah. Sorry, it's been a hectic 2 months because of the e-commerce festivals, the Double
Yeah,
11,
I
Double 12.
understand.
So
I'm
it's
just joking.
yeah, yeah, it's just been crazy. But I do hope but I do agree with Box that I think session like this, smaller groups where we can have a similar topic. I think
Yeah,
what previously having a particular topic about that. I think for the smaller groups we can actually form interest groups where we can talk about a certain topic like what Box mentioned.
yeah,
Probably digital marketing service provider or similar industries in like in marketing. I'm in Martech, so I love to connect with Box and see how we can actually work together, especially in the Asia
yes,
region for the world. I think such sessions will actually help, and I think a bit more onto like a profile about everybody. If everybody could actually put in more of their efforts, or we can actually guide them in terms of specific areas that we want to group them together. Sorry, I'm an engineer, so like I'm thinking like the categories or the fields that they're in that we might be more related, the solutions
yeah,
or the offerings that it would
of
have
course.
that will actually help people to identify how who they want to connect with and how do they connect more effectively. I think those
Yeah,
are
I
some.
agree.
Yeah. But also will be interesting to see whether just besides WhatsApp, I think or LinkedIn, I think social messaging tools like WhatsApp might be good, but then it might not be accessible in China. So probably even WhatsApp groups, WeChat groups will be interesting. I'm not so sure whether
Oh,
everyone would have a WeChat. Yeah, but then if
yes.
to make it more effective in the Chinese connection as well, I think WeChat group might be interesting as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, Mr. Yukaha is joining
Yeah.
us, but I think there must be something wrong with his internet connection. My God. Uh, I think he won't join us in short time. What about Satish? You wanna give us some advice about our group, about this?
Not big enough and experienced enough. Even though I'm aged, I have gray hairs, but not experienced enough to give advice to this group. But the only thing which I would like to share and love to share is, this kind of meetings are really very insightful. Monthly ones or something like that. If like-minded people can catch up and just share, hey, how is it going? I had this problem last month. I had this problem with the regulator. There is a business opportunity in this country. What are you doing? What's up? That kind of a catch up. It's not happening in WhatsApp message. WhatsApp message is, people keep dumping all the forwards and things like that. No productive conversation happens there. This is my feeling. I may be wrong, but this kind of a Zoom call, I don't think people will come and say something which is not relevant. We all will talk and think in unison, and we also will see what are all the business opportunities. This kind of a meeting is really good. That's what I feel. It shouldn't be so frequent. That will spoil the spirit of this group. At the same time, it shouldn't be quarterly ones. Maybe 2 months bi-monthly is a good period to come and share where you are, what are you doing, how is
Mm,
life, how is your family, how is your business doing, etc. So I am in Dubai and the United Arab Emirates. So I can share, what's happening in Dubai, what's the latest technology, is blockchain doing really good here? Is crypto doing good here? Is ICT doing good here? How is the social media opportunities here? I can share. Likewise, you all, I see that Casey Wong is from Singapore, very seasoned professional,
Malaysia,
and
Malaysia.
travel to
Malaysia.
several countries. So he can share his experience from, his region. That will be really good knowledge share. So that's all is my request, not an advice.
Oh, okay. Thanks so much for the advice. And we will try our best to better our work. So before we wrap up today, why don't we open the camera and take a group photo together? Please open your camera and we will get a screenshot, shall we? We will send this photo to our linking group. Thank you.
I'm not ready for photo, but it's a weekend here, so I applied oil and all those things. But anyways, do some Photoshop and make it look good.
Okay. I'll ask everyone to open your camera. Actually, there are more people come. Oh, Mr. Yukaha is trying to join us again. I think the internet must be really bad there. Is he with us now? Hello, Mr. Yukaha. You can join the photo taking session. Sorry, let's wait for him, at least.
I have kept a smiling face for a long time, so you can say 1, 2, 3 before you click OK.
Okay. I ask him to start video and we can take a photo together.
哎，Chris 跟 Amal 怎么样？他们还太害羞啊，不敢上去。
So I can see. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. Is that okay? Okay, thank you all for coming.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks,
you.
HoloBase. Thanks, Linda, for organizing
Thank
everything.
you.
Email.
I
Really.
hope I can see you all
Yeah,
soon
yeah.
next year. And I
See
wish
you
you
in
all a happy new year.
2021.
So,
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. 不要舔那个。拜。那就不舔了。那就不舔。